Hi there. I am going to show you today how to create a Google form with embedded YouTube video. This is one form, including the video, including the area for students or staff or whoever you're creating this form for to type their answer and submit. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to create this today. So let's move into this. We begin by going to our Google Drive. And that's where I'm located now, and I'm going to select Create and Form. Now once I'm into the forms, Google provides me with some themes. I'm going to scroll down here for now and choose Note Paper and OK. Now if you chose to cancel, it would just take you to a blank form, no template, which is fine as well. In this case, you'll see that the note paper really doesn't show up yet. That only shows up once you select Live Form, okay, which we'll get to in more detail later. So if you're not sure what I just did, don't panic. We'll get there when I'm through with these first few steps. First, I'd like to make sure that when I collect this data, collect these assignment answers, I want to know who posted them. So I'm collecting the respondent's username, and you'll see that later on as well when I actually go to the sheet for the responses that have been turned in. You will see the username in one of the columns that's provided. So I do that as I want to see that username and who completed the work. This is an untitled form as is, but in this case we're looking for an assignment called Extended Response, and specifically on the subject of Yellowstone. All right, and our question, if I bounce back here to my pre-made template, was listed here as watch the video below. Oops, watch the video below and in 100 words or less. I'm having all kinds of problems highlighting this, which I didn't before. There we go. Now I'm going to paste that in. There's no need for help text in this case because I've included the instructions above in this area. And this is a paragraph. So I select that from my pull-down question type, providing the students with a space to answer the question, and I'm going to require it. That's important as well. Once I've done all that, I'm going to select Done. It's now time for my YouTube video. That was quick. Not a lot to this form. I'm going to select Insert, and all the way down at the bottom you'll see several options here to insert different types of questions, etc. And down at the bottom you'll see Video. Now you can do a search for YouTube video, or you can type in the specific URL. In this case, I know the URL. I'm going to go out to that site and I'm going to copy it by selecting Control-C on my Windows computer, and I'm going to go back into the URL field here and paste it in by selecting Control-V. You'll note it went out, found the video already, and has embedded that inside this window. I select it, and there it is. Now it's asking also for a video title and a caption. Well, in this case, I like to go back and highlight the title to be specific about what it is, in case anyone's actually looking for it another way. And then I'm going to also include and give credit to, which I think is very important, the person or group that posted it. All right, I'm going to just include that in the caption area. And then I'll slide down here, center this video, and if I select that video one time, I can actually increase the size. It's a little easier to view for my students, and especially me as an aging adult. So done. When I'm completed with doing that, now I can send this form by selecting Send Form here or Send Form down here. And here is the actual address, which you can copy, or if you know the address of the person or persons you're sending to, this is where you would type that. If it's a group, you could type the group name. And you can customize your message as well. So if it's a specific assignment that you want further instructions, you'd include those there. Or you can embed this Google form. And that includes the code here, which I have actually done on my site, that is intotech.blogspot. I've created this blog, several links inside my blog to tech sites, etc. And this was an actual site I used to do some training for our staff on how to create some different types of extended response questions using Google Docs, using all the things that they have available to them in Google. And this was one of my easiest and favorite ways because kids like videos so much. We're looking for media-rich ways of teaching them. So that is where you would collect the HTML data. And if you've got a blog, you can embed that in your blog, which is another lesson entirely. We won't get to that today. But once I'm finished, and I've sent it or what have you, I can go out and look at this form live. The students who you've sent this to, or the teachers that you've sent it to, whoever you've sent it to, will receive the address to the live form. So it looks like this, and less confusing. And it gives them a little warning that I'll be collecting their username, which I showed you at the beginning of this tutorial. And this is where they would watch the video, of course, which will begin playing, and there's always a little ad to skip over. I've turned the volume down for now, but I can skip that after a few seconds, and then we're right into the Yellowstone National Park Caldera Supervolcano. And I can select through here just to make sure everything's there. Looks like it is. And as the students are watching the video, they can take notes in this area, or they can provide their entire paragraph of an answer. In this case, I'm going to keep mine very short, but I'm hoping that yours are a little longer than this, because I'm not sure that's acceptable. I like Yellowstone. They can ask to be sent a copy of their responses to prove that, I did turn this in. And they submit this when they're finished. All right, they'll get a little thank you for submitting. And then if we go back into Google Drive, I want to point out a couple things. Number one, this is the extended response editable form that we just created. And again, we can just go back to the live form from here. All right, I'm going to close that for now. And this is where anyone that goes into the form and submits an answer or answers, this is where you'll find those answers, in the responses. So Google automatically creates a spreadsheet where all of this data is collected. And if it's numerical data, you can go in and check out charts and everything else that automatically chart that information for you. But I'm not going to go there today either. Note, the things that I really would like you to see are the fact that it gives you a timestamp so you know as the teacher when it was completed, and it also provides you with a username of the person who submitted the form. Okay? So a very nice, neat little place for you to collect all your data in one location. No need for printing out paper or having students come in with the "I lost my homework" or "the dog ate it" excuse anymore. It can all be found right there online, and the assignment itself is right there and available online for them to complete. If they've got some access to internet, either at school, at home, at their local library. That does it for this lesson. I wish you luck. You can reach me at markwhite@willardcityschools.org. I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. Thank you.